Welcome everyone to another live stream on another set and the blackest day in Europe since 70 years. Crazy times, did not expect to experience it in my lifetime. Of course, we stand with our friends in Ukraine as posted to our YouTube channel. Yeah, how to even concentrate and not follow the crazy things developing, unfolding. Yeah, more difficult will only be to be there, obviously. Yeah, what else should I say? Sad times. Yeah, the only one crazier than Donald Trump, Putin, obviously. It is crazy. What should I say? Should we live stream war coverage on just 2 hours, just 2 flight hours ago, or should we try to work on our Linux distribution? Some person there apparently is crazy. You will not win this war. I need to report this user for unwanted content. What is wrong with you? You will not freaking win this war. Someone has poor taste and humor. I couldn't agree more. Yes, so that also brings me to, yeah, we have a new solution to release, and peace and democracy will prevail. Praying for all those friends in Ukraine, obviously, and yeah, it is crazy. Yeah, leave in the comments below. Do you want a computer scientist talk war coverage? The only thing I have to say there is democracy will win. And unfortunately, I don't know what can be done to support that. The situation, of course, is tremendously difficult. And unfortunately, some little sanctions will not stop this crazy man there in the Kremlin. I have no illusions. I guess the only thing that could influence that crazy person is probably so hard sanctions that the Russian elite can't move their money around. And nothing short of that will probably do little, and certainly I have no illusions that I don't want European troops in Ukraine. Certainly don't want a third world war, because we already had 2 of them, and as probably the history books tell, those were obviously very awful, right? What is with this crazy person? Is reporting that not enough, man? How can we obviously message deleted by the graver? Thank you very much for that. Hidden and yeah, crazy times. And similar to standing. Making huge fans today, but similar standing to my friends in Taiwan. Somehow I certainly have already, recurringly shouting out, and certainly we also support the democratic government and independence of Taiwan. If you're wondering how can you make the enemy of the state in one live stream, not only underlining sovereignty, independence of Taiwan, Tibet and Ukraine. Yeah, so T2, we have a Linux distribution to release. Yeah, sad day, how to even keep working on stuff, right, as black and grief stuff looks. Anyway, we have, but yeah, this is crazy stuff, right? People in Ukraine need to keep working and their family safe, and certainly we have I have no illusions, like 100% easier life here. 2 hours, 2 flight hours further. But it is of course crazy that in the building Firefox. That yeah, war has rarely been closer to Europe, to the EU in 70 years. And I did not expect to newscast that anytime soon here live on these channels. Speaking of Linux development, certainly not the best mix of content. I'm certainly aware of that, but what should you say in these days and times? Is it even the right format? Is it even the right time to develop open source? That is hard to tell, but life needs to go on, and similar to yesterday's microkernel live stream, digital self-reliance in these hard times, and what better to support democratic movements in Taiwan or the Ukraine, or certainly keeping our digital independence alive in the EU, than to supporting encryption and operating systems you can trust without government backdoors, especially there for those people protesting this dictatorship there, and relying on strong encryption, and a recurring reminder why we need strong encryption and not stuff backdoored by governments, whether that are the USA or Russia. And Dr. Schubert says at least more supporters of Vladimir Putin have disappeared with those unprecedented actions. Yeah, and I personally didn't expect that Putin would do that just some days ago. I don't trust American intelligence, and I stand to my mistake there of still remembering the doctored Iraq, CIA or whatever that was material. And yeah, just in 2 or 3 days, not trusting. But that's also the thing, right? My recurring theme here of stuff needs to be proven and not some random bullshit. And that is exactly the problem also with the USA, right? They have a track record of too much bullshit, and then you can't trust them anymore. And here we are, and it is crazy that Putin proves this CIA or whatever derived material correct. Invading sovereign nation in Europe. Here we are. Crazy times to be alive. And as I said here, it is of course easy to say, and this of course is a problem of the German government, right? We didn't want to escalate. Certainly understand Germany not wanting to escalate a war in the center of Europe. I understand criticism of Ukrainian people criticizing the German government of not sending their troops and support and stuff, but at least I understand the reasoning, right? We don't want to fuel a war in center of Europe, and at least we can now not be blamed by Putin of Putin had to invade there because the West brought too many weapons to Ukraine, as sad as it is. At least we didn't fuel that alibi of but it is easy to say we stand in solidarity. What can we do here from this corner of the internet? Certainly nothing. Certainly not like everyone can grab some weapons and walk there and shoot some. It's not a video game, right? And that is also a little bit on topic why I actually, although I played Doom, I played Wolfenstein 3D a little, not much. Doom a little. But I didn't play. I didn't video game much, and this is also. The crazy thing is there is a difference in video games, right? This is not a video game. I wanted to say, and I never played this modern first-person shooters that are. I don't even know the names of whatever the names might be. Because the crazy thing is that this stuff happens in real life, right? Whether done by the USA there in Iraq and Afghanistan or now by Russia. And this is why I never had the urge to play such. There's one thing of playing Doom, which is still a bit further away, and then there's other modern video games of. This is really crazy, in my opinion, to play such war simulations of that. I would actually. There are also more happy video games, right? Like Super Mario and stuff. Just some more innocent jump and runs. Although you jump on monsters, but there is still a difference of jumping on some comic creatures and playing video games that are a pretty one-to-one simulation of real war. And so stating rights heard from Russians are completely against Putin's actions. I hope. I mentioned a couple of times I have some connections to Russia, and that is mostly true. Many Russians do not support this and are surprised it escalated like that. However, there are some who still support this, and with just 2 hours away from this war, we of course not only have friends in Russia, but also Ukraine, and just our neighbor from literally next door is Ukrainian and does not have contact with her family anymore, right? Since they left to the subway shelter. That is the reality of these war games that dictators are playing. Yep, that is awful. Certainly hope they are fine, but that is a reality that you can then not reach some people living there. Yep. So we are building some stuff. Maybe that was not the best idea to start a live stream today. Yep. At least some people in Russia indeed go out and protest this craziness. The crazy thing is, even saying such things alive on YouTube, can I even ever fly to Russia, right? That is a crazy thing. Certainly I'm not Navalny, I have no illusions there, but the crazy thing is, of course, can you even, where is the limit, right? I have never been in China. I've been in Taiwan 5 times or so, six or 5 times. And I don't really have a wish to fly and travel to China. I only landed once in Beijing, I think, for a transit flight ironically from Taiwan, I think. But I've been in Moscow, right? You see this here. I've been in Moscow and surrounding area. Literally five days. I don't know why YouTube says 4 days. I counted earlier today 5 days, 5 years. But the crazy thing is, of course, when you criticize crazy dictators live on YouTube, are you safe to ever fly to Russia again as long as he is in power? I mean, certainly I'm not a news host who would be on their primary sanctions list, but yeah, I've been there, I've done that. I know how it looks there. And if you retweet, that is the crazy stuff, right? Is retweeting protest enough to get on sanctions lists by this regime? Do I get a card to prison? I would hope, as a German citizen, not. I would hope they only send me back if they don't want me traveling in. But yeah, 2022, retweeting protests in Russia could limit your possibility to travel there. Man, yeah, 2020 was shitty, 2022 wasn't better, 2022, yeah, there is a war in Europe. Could life be any shittier? I don't know. Probably with a war in Germany. Yeah. So T2 Linux, we had a poll how to T2 2022.2 will be released, and we had a poll. I had already, as if I had seen this coming, I had a poll about the code name, and we had Résistance on that already for different reasons, but where is even, do we have too many polls here? Red Pill was leading, but I think, standing with our Ukrainian friends, Résistance will make it for that reason. Not that it would matter much, but at least showing a little bit of support. Yeah, so that means, what does it mean for us? That means this year will be shit. And I finally need to debug the last issues, which is grub booting. And test this probably tonight. And I guess everything else we, for the most part, implemented, fixed and patched. Yep. What more can we do here except running a fundraiser for food and clothes? Leave in the comments below. Or what would you do in your situation? And I guess I'm too depressed today for this live stream. I always wondered how 80 years ago it could develop like it developed in those world wars. And the crazy thing is, I would hope I would be in some resistance. But the reality is, of course, that then you risk your life, and I know that my wife would not really allow me to be part of some resistance and risk the life. And that is probably why this always develops like it develops. And it's always easy said to be part of a resistance until the war is coming to your area. Standing in a museum is one thing and reading history books, but really doing something is another. I actually don't know, this release is now a little bit too old. I actually wanted to test booting. Yeah, I guess on a day like this, it is not the day to develop a Linux distribution. Yep. I mean, maybe we could. We have so many people watching. This is uncontrolled thoughts. Is it new? Was it new remove or new scaling? Oh, we have so many. Do we have really so many freaking updates? Wow. We have really many updates. This will unfortunately rebuild longer than I, you know what, let's wipe all this stuff. Yeah, so that is probably the daily debriefing here, the daily vlog. If you watch this later, this was basically after work on the 24th February in 2022 in Central Europe. I probably said everything there is to say. It is a sad day, it was a sad day. Let's hope it is the saddest day of this year. Let's hope every following day will only be better. I have the gut feeling, maybe not. I hope it is the worst day of this year, but somehow, so far future has usually proven me there will be even more worse days. But let's hope. What is it? Let's hope. Let the hope die last. Okay, this second glue also was not holding this plastic piece. Yeah, leave in the comments below. I mean, what is there to do? in supporting neighbor countries in a war. Should we, in our small channel, run a fundraiser? Probably, if we would have 100,000 subscribers, maybe that would be something to send us some clothes and foods with our 10,000 subscribers on the more main channel. Maybe that is still an option. Leave in the comments below. We personally already donate all the clothes. Yeah, pro tip, as little as it is, donate your worn out clothes to your local organizations, like we always or mostly already do. Fun fact, I usually brought clothes to the Bahnhofsmission, what is it? Even translation, I don't know. Words I use first time live on this channel. Just station mission, that makes some sense. Fun fact, not so fun fact, sad fact, I asked there last time I brought there something last year. I asked them, some of the stuff has holes, like I'm a cheapskate, I wear my stuff until it literally breaks, and I felt a little bit ashamed that some shirts had holes already. And sad fact is I literally asked them because my wife was begging me to throw it into the trash. And I was like, I mean, better they have something than nothing. And I asked them at some station mission the last time I brought something. It's like, some of the stuff is really crappy. I mean, I was wearing it since last week, but it has holes now. And I asked them, should we throw it in the trash or should we donate it? And they told me, no, please donate everything. They can still sort it or use it. So yeah, even if the only stuff you can donate is stuff with holes, as far as I was told, still donated. Yeah, that is probably it for this live stream. I guess I don't have the energy for that today. My Russian is not so good. Привет, как дела? Yeah, чуть-чуть говорят по-русски. But not that much more, so I need to throw in Google Translate after all. Probably I should have. Okay, war is not good. Yeah, can agree to that. Yeah, the only thing is, as crazy as this dictator has proven to be, I'm not very optimistic that this madman will not stop this war easily, unfortunately. And so I wish I would say there is hope that this ends tomorrow, but unfortunately I don't have the highest hopes for that. So yeah. Let's make peace, not war. Let's make a better live stream tomorrow. Let me work on the Linux distribution tonight. Let's test boot some EFI stuff. Let's fix the last things and then at least support people with a free Linux distribution with state-of-the-art encryption and VPNs for Ukraine, Russia, Belarus, China, Taiwan, Tibet, and all the other crazy regions of this world. Leave in the comments below what you think. Should we make some fundraiser? Should we try to send some clothes and foods? What more is there to do than donate from our parts of the world? And with that, I guess I gotta go and ask the neighbor if they reached their family. That's it for this miserable live stream. I wish you peace and health and a better day tomorrow.